4, 3, 2, 1, engage!
Hey Spartans,
I'm Grace.
and I'm Amy. Thanks for tuning in.
As you can see, we are here on location at last Friday's Fun Run. So
Last week-
let's get Robbie on that.
Okay,
guys.
Mr. Robbie, so what's going on right now?
This is the 2022 Fun Run, the time of the year where this stuff gets real and we run around in a circle for a 20 to 25 minute duration.
How much money have we raised so far?
We are, without counting our online donations, we're right around $3,500. So a little lower than we wanted, but
What's our goal?
15,000. So when I said a little lower, I meant a lot lower.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, a lot lower.
that's okay. It just means we get to do more fundraisers. You know,
Yeah.
why not?
yeah.
So, yeah. This is
there-
awesome that you guys are out here filming this.
Yeah.
It makes my heart warm on a cold day like this. Too much?
No, that was great actually. It is pretty cold.
All right, I got to keep going around the track. I'll be back to bug you guys in a bit. Thank
Okay.
you. Woo! Continue.
Last week was Red Ribbon Week, so now we have Joseph with a report about that.
Thank you, studio. I'm here with Miss Shepard, and I'm going to be asking her a couple of questions just about what is Red Ribbon Week and what the importance of it is. So, what exactly is Red Ribbon Week?
Well, Red Ribbon Week started after a DEA agent who was working to figure out like what was going on with cartel and drug trafficking into the U.S. And he was brutally killed by a bunch of people, and so it was kind of a big deal because he was doing some good work to try to get drug trafficking to cease into the United States. So there's actually a video about that is at the Red Ribbon site that if you wanted to check out, you could. But they do it every year, and it's part of like our government's way throughout schools all throughout the nation of talking about substance use prevention. So we have this Red Ribbon Week, and every year there's a different theme. And last year was Drug-Free Looks Like Me. And this year, I believe it's Be Great or something like that. Be great, be drug-free. They're saying it every morning. So listen for that.
Yeah. So, what exactly is the importance of Red Ribbon Week? Because, I mean, here in Spokane, you can see a lot of the effects of drug use, but in schools it isn't so prevalent. So, how come it's so important?
Well, it's pretty important because we have a pretty big vaping issue, right? That's going on in a lot of the schools are putting in vape detectors and things like that. So we have so substance use awareness is really important. We teach prevention ed in our CCLR classes and in our health classes. And just getting the awareness out of how it affects you when you're younger, because your brain isn't fully developed until about 25 to 30. So sometimes it can short circuit it while it's trying to create, those circuitry things that are needed for you to grow and be healthy. So it's important to talk about it. It's important to understand why it's affected to mental health and things like that, and people self-medicating. So yeah, it's drug and alcohol prevention and awareness.
Yeah. I have seen some kids vaping, and I don't know why they do it. And most of the time they know that it's bad for them. So, I mean, I don't know why people do these things. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, thanks for interviewing us about Red Ribbon Week.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Shepard.
Thank you.
I'm here with some students, and I'm going to be asking them how has about Red Ribbon Week and the importance of it to them, and if they've had any personal experience with addiction. Would you like to go?
I think it's good to teach kids about not to get addicted to drugs or anything or stuff like that. Just spreading awareness about drug addiction and yeah.
Yeah. Have you had any personal experience with addiction?
No.
All right. Would you like to say anything about it?
I think that Salk is doing a good thing for our school and to teach kids what the effects are for like what your choices are, I guess. And yeah.
Yeah. Have you had any experiences with these things? No. All right. I think it's a good thing that they are doing this because I've seen addiction firsthand, and it's not a good thing, especially not on children and young adolescents. Back to you, studio.
Picture retakes are on the 2nd. There are volleyball games on the 10th, 15th, and 17th for both grades.
Video Production Club is twice a month, every other Wednesday, where you can learn about video editing, camera, and audio work. More information is on the Salk homepage.
Now we have Karen with a report on expectations for next week's Veterans Day Con.
Thank you, studio. Now we're going to interview some students. So, last time we had an assembly, what do you think happened with the expectations and the noise?
It was loud.
Do you think that will happen again?
Probably.
Okay, what are some things you guys think we could change to make this assembly better than the last one?
Maybe have people stop clapping and yelling and stuff.
Okay, so do you think, what other expectations do you think would improve this upcoming assembly?
Maybe we can like stop clapping and then that's it.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys would like to add? Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Mr. Tractor to discuss about the Veterans Day Con. So, what do you think is one thing we could improve from our last con?
Well, I have to say the energy that we felt from the con, we felt it right here. Everybody was excited to be there. That energy is great, but there's a time and place for it. So I think 7th and 8th graders had a little bit better control over their bodies and voices when they were in the bleachers, but 6th graders, maybe we need a little bit more work on that. Well, really everybody, we need more work on it, but it was really hard to hear the people over the microphone. So I think really the big thing for any future cons is to listen for when we're trying to get your attention for the people up front, and especially with Veterans Day Con where it's a lot more solemn. It's not about the students screaming. It's about, recognizing the people that have served in our armed forces. So we need to make sure that we're really respectful and quiet when it's asked to be, when people ask the students to be quiet.
I think if we did that next time on our next upcoming con, that would make it better. Do you think that this next con is going to improve, or is it going to be the same as the other one?
Well, hopefully it'll improve, right? Because the more we do something, the more we go over those expectations, the more students should get the idea, okay, this is what I need to do. And a lot of students that came in from grade school never have been to a gym and had to have a con like this with so many people. And also we have to make sure people understand that we're going to be live streaming this from video production, right? So we can see who's doing what. And if it's loud and rowdy, then parents and people around our community that are watching it live stream are going to think, whoa, what's going on here? But I know that our students can reel it in, do what they need to do to be upstanding middle schoolers and really hold up the name of Salk to where it's been in the past. So I really have confidence that we're going to meet those expectations.
I think that's really good advice. Thank you, Mr. Tractor.
Thank you.
Back to studio.
Thanks, Karen. How do we think we did at our last con?
I think we did terrible.
Yeah, but we could definitely do better this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you, Central Valley High School is hosting a craft fair this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
There's a craft fair at New Hope's Christian Center starting today and ending tomorrow. Check out the artisan booths at Fall Fest in downtown Spokane with family-friendly games, performances, and carriage rides.
Halloween was last Monday, so now we have Delilah with a report about why we can't wear costumes to school. Over to you, Delilah.
Thank you, studio.
Today I'm interviewing students about Halloween and why we aren't allowed to have costumes and if they think we should have costumes and candy at school. So what do you guys think? Should we be able to wear costumes at school?
I think we should because it just makes everyone have fun and everyone, yeah.
What about you?
I think we should be able to wear Halloween costumes because then everyone can have fun on Halloween and still get to do classes and all their work still.
Yeah, I see why that would be fun. So do you guys think we should have more candy at school? Like you could bring in candy from Halloween or not?
Maybe because people would just like to have candy so that we could experience the nice taste of candy.
Yes. What do you think?
I think maybe a little bit of candy because if kids bring too much, then it could cause problems with other kids asking for candy. So then it could just be going around the school.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. Today I am here interviewing Officer Bluford about Halloween costumes and why we can have them at school. So do you think we should be able to have Halloween costumes at school?
I think the reason the district chose not to have Halloween costumes is one, for safety reasons, being able to see everybody's face and make sure they're not concealing anything that they shouldn't bring to school. And I think also part of it might be to make sure that inappropriate costumes aren't being worn at school.
Yeah. So if you were able to wear a costume at school, what costume would you wear?
I think I would choose the Halloween costume I wore this year, which was Patrick Mahomes. Go Chiefs.
So for Halloween candy, do you think kids should leave it all at home or be able to bring some to school?
Me personally, I wouldn't mind if they brought some to school, but I think the teachers wouldn't appreciate kids bringing a bunch of sugar to school and being on a sugar high all day.
That's fair. Thank you, Officer Bluford. Back to you, studio.
How's he gonna do that? Do you think wearing costumes to school is a distraction?
Yeah, it can be at times, but sometimes they dress code you for stuff that you shouldn't need to be dress coded for.
That's all for this week, Spartans. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
And now this is the world record on how
And
long
now we gotta run. We gotta run.
Bye.